Hi everyone. Hi Mom. It's finished. Well, mostly finished. Not 100%. You know, there's always little things you want to put in and maybe take out, and I don't know. Anyway, I'm having a heck of a time uploading any of my videos on my laptop downstairs, so I'm going to have to start filming and then taking the camera upstairs to upload it to the... I don't know why it works upstairs, but I can't seem to get YouTube to work downstairs for some odd reason. Anyways, this one is entitled It's Memory Making Time, hence the clock. Again, you know, if you didn't watch the previous video, I did a lot of mixed media on this one. Again, it is the thing that I enjoy. This is the paper that I used. I don't have any idea what it's called, but it's very pretty. And so on the front, I used a couple of stencils. I did use a script. There's script here and along here. And down here is like a flower stencil. Now the spine is the music note paper. This was a gift from Crafty Irina. Irina had sent me, a huge Happy Mail, and one of the things was wrapped in this tissue paper, which I thought was just fantastic. So I decoupaged it onto a piece of craft paper. Once it was dried, I looked at it and I thought, that looks like it could be the spine of a book. So that's kind of the inspiration for the entire book, is this piece of paper. So I layered some burlap under here, and then this rosette trim, which I did do a little bit of vintage photo on it. The clock is the Sizzix die. I cut it out of a cardboard, and it's actually a Starbucks box that you get at Costco, you know, the big boxes. I don't know, there's like 50 cups of coffee or something for your K-cup. Anyway, I kept the box because it was really heavy. And so I cut that out, and then I inked it up with the Timber Brown, the Stays-On. And then I went over it with the Frontage, and I don't know what color it is because the kit, I threw the little packaging thing out, and the actual bottles don't have, you know, what they're called. It's kind of a platinum in a way, I think. I found this brad in my stash, and I painted it with that glitter paint, extreme glitter, in a champagne it's called. There is some of that joint tape here, and it's under here, but it's all covered up now. I did some metal corners. I believe they're the Tim Holtz. And then these thickers were, all of them were white except for the first one. It was black flock. So obviously it wasn't the color I needed, so I painted it with a tan, just a cheap acrylic paint from the dollar store. And then I went over the top of it with that glitter, extreme glitter paint. Edged all of them in the dark, that Timber Brown, because it, I don't know, it just faded into the back and it didn't stand out enough. The spine, I forget her name. I'll put a link in the description box of her name. I followed her tutorial. Everybody on the Junk Journal Junkies on Facebook said, oh, you got to watch her. I mean, she's really good. So I did. She's an Australian woman, and she's really good. And basically the stitch, it's a daisy chain. It's, you know, so if you do any embroidery, it's really simple stitch. The hardest part was trying to figure out where to put the holes, you know. But I have a big bite, so that part was easy. Actually punching the holes, but figuring out where I wanted the holes, that was, you know, something else. I could hang a charm or whatever, but yeah, that's kind of not really me. I like it, but yeah, it's just too much trouble. Okay, so inside, there are 3 signatures. I wanted 5. There was no way that was happening. I get carried away. So a lot of these things are, again, things I've had for a really long time in my stash, and pulled a whole bunch of stuff out and just started, you know, putting it in the book because of the colors. Basically, it's a Mod Podge of everything. these are glit stickers. This is one of those doilies from the dollar store. I inked it, sprayed it, and then I clear embossed it. And then I glued it down in such a way that there is a little tuck spot. So there's a couple, like you recognize that one from Secret Garden. And this is another little, it's like an ATC size, but honestly, I don't know. I've had them. I don't know where I get them. Put some washi tape on. Now, each signature is done in a file folder, which I've cut down and recut the tabs using my envelope maker. I just thought it was kind of easier to do it that way and keep them sort of the same, but each one is slightly different. It's not identical. I used one of those things I got at the dollar store, the receipts, and I glued them back to back, but I wanted the yellow to show because it's oranges, really. Orange, rust, browns, that's the color scheme. And then I just dirtied them up with some vintage photo, scrap piece of craft paper, stamped it, edge cut it, Pinterest download, matted it, made it into a pocket. This one isn't done, like I haven't done anything to the tag yet. I took this one piece of 12 by 12 that I had and I used the entire thing in the book, except for this much. So, happy about that. I tea-dyed some paper. This is just plain copy paper, edge stamped, and to get away from the bleed, because once you've a wet paper and then you stamp, it's going to bleed through no matter what ink you use. It's going to bleed through to the other side. So I just did the inside too and just covered it up. I don't even know how that happened. That's really funny, hey? Little round circle. It must have been a bubble, air bubble or something. Anyway, some of those tickets that I picked up, I just inked them up and then I just stapled them on. So, it's a little tuck spot if I want to stick something under there. This one is Sweet Sweet Moments. Put one of those bags in, and I had a tag hanging around that I did a long, long time ago. So anything could go in here, and then I did one of those square doilies. I did spray up the bag itself a little bit. The seam binding is, that's what Irene had wrapped. She'd gifted me a whole whack of small tags, and she wrapped it with this seam binding. So I recycled it and put it in here. And these are tags I did, again, a long time ago. Haven't done anything to them yet, other than just ink them up. Probably put an image on them. This one says, Follow Your Bliss. I love these little, the pointy finger guy. Sprayed this one on the other side quite a bit. Followed the theme through with this, which is a download from Pinterest, and I just fussy cut it out. Tim Holtz. This is a download from Pinterest, and I just turned it into kind of a little postcard. I like the way it sits under there. I think it's cute. And I used the same punch, edge punch and corner punch throughout. So I tried to keep it sort of cohesive. On this side, I followed it through again, and I bought this, this is from Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby? I think it's Hobby Lobby. I don't remember. Joann's or Hobby Lobby's, one of those. And this, I am so happy with. This is a download, but it's chipboard. And I covered it on both sides. So I bought, I bought this. I am so thrilled. I'm in love. This is my favorite die. Love it. Love the book plates. I love everything. This is the size of tag I like the most. It's the most versatile, I think. So anyway, it was a brand new die. I think I paid $8.99 for it. I know, don't kill me. But yeah, I don't even know where I got it. Amazon, I think. Not $8.99. No, you dummy. $18.99. Yeah, $18.99, which is still a smoking good deal. Look at the size of it. It's huge, right? So anyway, good deal. I love it. It cuts the same size as the ones you buy in the package. It's the same size. Okay, this is one of the envelopes that Irene had gifted to me, and I ripped up a napkin and just, you know, put it all over. It's everywhere. Even on the inside here. This is a flower that I made. Yeah, I love the way this turned out. To me, it's screaming 60s, but I like it. This one is Adopt the Pace of Nature. Her secret is patience. Ralph Waldo Emerson. I love that stamp. And then I put another ticket there just so that you'd cover up the bleed. More of the music note. I did a glassine bag. I haven't done anything with the tag, but I lined the bag with paper and then ran it through. Actually, I think I did it the other way around this time. I think I ran it through first and then lined it, and I should have done it the other way because, see, it does rip, which is no big deal. It's a junk journal. But if you put the paper in first and then run it through, you get better result. So anyway, it's not a biggie. Another scrap piece of, well, that's that, you know, same paper, stamped. This is a Stampin' Up! Stamp. And I don't know what that one is. This one, isn't it cute? And then I put some washi, and it's just the edge of that other piece of scrap. That's the other end of the receipt, and I just stamped Smile on it. And more washi there. You can see part of the doily on this side. So there's another doily. There's this one I did just as the cardstock, and I really like it. Super pretty. So this was like 8.5 by 11. I downloaded the full size page and then cut it up into 3 tags. So that worked out quite nicely. Have to be gentle so I don't rip that. Okay, so I was playing with my edge, around the edge punch, and that's that small doily, that pink one I showed you guys before. And that's some of that downloaded music paper. This little thing is, it's a Martha Stewart little bow, and I punched it out 3 times and layered it, so it's quite a thick bow. Another Pinterest. And this is leftover paper from a collection I have. More scrap. Coin envelope. And again, those are those glitz stickers. And on that side, I did the watercolor technique using the distress markers. And they're not Stampin' Up! They're, I want to say Hero Art. Might have been Hero Art. Anyway, more stickers. I did that, I love this stamp. You know, that 8-edge stamp set that I have. Love the way that looks. Another download, and yeah, left it. This is actually on a scrap piece of the file folder. And then this is a gift from Crafty Irina. She gave me those Michaels. You get the brads and the paper clips and the, you know, doodaddy things, and I love them. So they went really nicely in this. This is a nice big one. It's like a giant postcard on a scrap piece of paper, just clipped in there. More stamping and washi. This is another envelope. This one I did the resist technique, and I used vintage photo as well as dried marigold. Did both sides and added a brad that's got a peach butterfly on it. And I even did the inside. This was a scrap from a card I was making, and I hated the way it turned out, so I ripped it apart. Pulled out one of these M's from those Michaels, you know, the $1.50 bags of the chipboard letters, and just wrote memories and did some faux stitching. Another download. Some orange brads. This I used one of these, actually I think it was this one, laid it on here, stamped it all over used it as a stencil. Then I sprayed around it to get sort of a, negative, positive thing going. Scrap piece of paper, some washi, glassine bag. I think this one I lined, first, and then ran it through. That worked way better. Added the more glitz. I like this, Random Thoughts. I have those often. Okay. More stamping. So it is sort of the same, but just different images and whatever. Love this one. Aren't those birds just adorable? This here is the book plate from that Tim Holtz die. I inked it up. Oh, I haven't finished it. I was going to glue some bling on here. Inked it up, and then used Stays On, and then I put the frontage, and then I sprinkled this, that glass glitter stuff. And this is sort of it's almost a peachy color to me anyway. So I sprinkled that on, and what you do, because I did cut it out of chipboard, it was harder to do, but you take your stamped image, and once you've sprinkled it on, you heat from underneath it, and it melts it, and that will adhere the glass glitter to it. So if you do it from the top, it'll blow it off. It just won't stick because the glass glitter is pretty heavy. But if you heat from the bottom, you'll start to melt the embossing enamel, and that's what will adhere the glass glitter to. And then I just stamped Carefree, made a banner out of a little piece of this paper. This is the B side. And again, I did that yellow. It's really pretty papered, actually. I don't know if you can see it, but it does have like journaling lines in it. I actually made a journal out of that whole paper stack, but I didn't use the whole stack. Okay, what else? We've got another, like I said, it's not like 100% finished, but, Okay, so this one is another tuck spot and another, I love these seed pack images, so. Okay, so, and the third one, again, I did it, this one says Paris, and that's on the back of one of my old stamped. I have to be careful, I don't want to rip it. Found another glitz sticker. This actually, I think, is probably the first one I did. Anyway, didn't matter. So scrap paper that I just glued back to back. That's the leftover of the front cover. One of my homemade buttons. Flip that open. This is one of those coin bags. And I did do the resist with a bunch of clock stamps that I have. Sprayed it, inked it, like I did the whole 9 yards. This is from one of those things from Crafty Irina. Tied it on with some twine. There is tag. There's nothing on the tag, but eventually. This was a gift included in Marla H's challenge when she did the challenge for me. So she sent that along, and it was perfect for the project I was working on. So that one's Good Times, just a postcard. I like this one. It's all the ticket ones, the admit one and one ride, and anyways, there's more. Another download. This one I ran through the Cuttlebug and just inked it up, so nothing terribly special about that one. Added some of these. This is the punch that Irene had given me, so I used that actually a few times, and I covered it in that Lindy's Stamp Gang embossing. This one I did leave sort of dimensional. So when I do that, I kind of, this actually is 3 layers. There's 2 of these and then 1 solid. But I will emboss both sides, and that makes it nice and strong, and you can play with it and it won't rip. And another, we're getting kind of repetitive, I know, but yeah, after a while it's kind of hard to think of new things to do. Okay, so this was just leftover scrap piece of paper. Put some brown lace that I had. I ripped it off something years and years ago. And then I did this download and just threw some washi on it, and I backed it with this really nice, actually it's not, no, this is a paper collection from Irene, and the paper collection is KI Memories, and it's called Vintage Charm. So I used 2 sheets. I used this journaling and then the butterflies. And out of 1 sheet I got 2 tags, so perfect, no waste. Okay, more stamping. This one was again in my stash. Just created a pocket out of it. Added some heart stickers. On this side I did a couple more of those to create another. This one I actually did gel. I get a lot of questions on that. It's a gel medium. It's made by Liquitex. And the reason I use it is it is similar to Mod Podge, only not. Like, it's, what it does is it enhances color. So if you put this over a printed image, that color will brighten. Like, it's amazing how it works. It will protect it, seal it, and, so I like it. And, I mean, you don't have to use it. But I get a lot of questions on it, and honestly, I love it. So, yeah, it's Liquitex, and it's called a Gloss Gel Varnish Medium. That's what it's called. Okay, on this side, another scrap, just a sticker, and I glued a key. That was from that card that Crafty Irene gave me. I think I used almost everything on it. There's only a couple things left that were not the right colors. Oh, this is all I have left on it. So I used quite a bit of it. And on this side, I created a pocket with a download. Another scrap. This is a sticker. This is a sticker, and then I put one of those little butterflies, but I run this one through the paper through the embossing folder first, and then punched it out. And that's it. On the back, I've got some stickers, some banners, and I'll probably write on here when I made it, and so that's it. I mean, I don't even really need a closure. It sticks up a little bit, but not much. I could put a nice lacy bow around it, I guess. Something. I don't know. It's sort of feminine grunge. That's what I call my work. It's not too grungy, but it's not too frou-frou either. It's kind of, to me, it's a happy medium. But anyway, I forgot to mention that I did Mod Podge the entire front of this. Not Mod Podge, I decoupaged it. So that makes sure everything adheres down and nothing will rub off, and yeah, so it protects it. I haven't done the back yet, but because I was too impatient, I wanted to work on it. So this was 4 days. This is the longest book ever for me. Anyways, I need to stop talking because I think I'm going to run out of time here. So leave a comment, tell me what you think of my latest creation, and we'll talk soon. Have an awesome day, you guys. Bye.